Jodi Benny or Don Fanny Bonku. Even could I calibrate?
Yo, this is your boy, ADB, the Asylum Down Boy, and today is another commentary on Showbiz A to Z. Yeah, Showbiz A to Z, as I explained earlier in my first commentary, that is a show on Joy FM where they have panelists and have a guest panelist who becomes the focal point of the show, where the person talks about his life and his journey, and the person is, someone who plays part in the entertainment industry of Ghana. So, so yesterday they had Mr. Did I say Mr.?
Thank you. Go and ask your grandfather.
Sorry. Honourable Mark Okraku Mantey, Deputy Minister of Creative Arts, Culture, and Tourism. And, I messed up the title, but you get me. So, on the panelists were, the host who was, Josh Quaye, and, Sarah Riley. Sarah Riley is, I don't know whether she is still, okay, the manager of EL, the rapper. Yeah, and, Sadiq and Uncle Ken, Adi was also on the show, and Jesse Amwe Japan. I was also it contributed as well the show to Zoom. Yeah, someone digitalize it. So yeah, he's following the vice president's directive. Anyway, that was on the lighter side. Yeah, so Mr. Mark Okraku Mantey was there, and as the show always starts, it starts with a bit of his background, how he grew up and all that. So we'll just watch a video about it and come back and make a commentary.
It is one Okraku Mantey who believed in me as Moses, brought me up, made me who I am, and then another man called Mr. Kusichum took over. You hear me mention Kusichum's name most of the time when I have to talk about myself, because when I left my daddy's home, he was my next dad. A lot of people do not know in this building that when I'm unwell, when I was in my 21, 22, he was the one who used to come to my house to pick me up to the hospital.
Wow.
And to date, some of the workers in this house know that he tells them that I'm his firstborn, because that was how he picked me up. But I'm not sure that he himself knew that the late Okraku Mantey wasn't my biological dad. I'm not sure he knew. Maybe he heard it for the first time on his own channel. So, the person who says that I have a story that he thinks, I'm saying this to inspire the younger ones coming up, that I don't believe in stepdads. I don't believe in stepmoms. Sadiq tells me about one mom who looked after him. And anytime Sadiq talks about the mom, it's so beautiful. He doesn't see the difference between his real mom and that woman. But I never told him that I admire him for saying that. A lot of people make stepmoms and stepdads look bad.
True. Just
because they've taken the title step.
Yeah.
And they see all sorts of things, but it is not true. If you go and pick up the pictures of my father's children or my half brothers, or I'm saying this because they don't accept me as one of them after my dad's death.
Okay.
And that is why I'm careful choosing my words. But my father never discriminated.
Yeah, so basically he said a lot of things. A lot. I didn't even know he was a DJ. I personally thought that I started seeing him in, what's the name? This reality show, TV3 Mentor. So that's what I thought. I didn't really know him. I later found out that he was even a producer to King and the rest. I didn't know that. It was good. They made this conversation because I made them, when I made him say, mentor minister. Anyway, so basically, he made he said something about his dad, the one with the name of Okraku Mantey, not being his real dad.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that. He said that was his stepfather, but I didn't know that. And he also made a point that he doesn't believe in stepfather and stepmother stuff. And I think that's his perspective, and I respect that. And in some way, he's true. It's true. He thinks that, that was his orientation, so, it's true. In some way, some fathers and stepmothers are wicked as they portray them in movies and all that. Even though there are some wicked ones, but in a whole, we don't need to put all of them in one basket. Yeah, and he made a lot of stuff. I couldn't even take the video, of course. If I do that, it would make the video a little bit more cumbersome and all that. So yeah, he claimed that his dad didn't understand this dream, and later he had to convince himself that to respect that and understand it. And I said earlier in some of his video that was last week that most of the times fathers really want to see how committed you are in the field and all that. And he also mentioned some of his clientele, which shows that at that time when he was coming up, he was DJing for big people. And even made an ampersand statement about he meeting Gifty Auntie at when she was the entertainment prefect of Infantil Girls. I didn't know that. So, and he also said some things about we getting a good role models. Everybody getting role models in their lives, positive role models in their lives to nurture them. At first, growing older, I thought it wasn't necessary, but after, becoming an adult myself, I have understood that perspective, and I think it's good to do that. Let's watch the next video and have a commentary on it.
Took over from Samir Wani. Samir Wani recorded Missy Uhima for Ecomica. That was one of the first top jobs that were done in
at the CHM.
And then Zab Mallet took over. Zab Mallet did Hanamafo. And then what's the name of this man? Francis Ajay. Metri Obo Tembi Obo Tani Rade. You know that song?
Yeah.
Was recorded by Zab Mallet at CHM. So Cox called me and said, there's a young man here. At the time, I'm saying a young man because Kosichum was 35 years.
At the time he started?
Yes. Joy FM, when he started Joy FM, he was 35.
Okay.
Yes. My dates and my these things don't often fail me. I'm not sure I'm wrong. So if you want to know Kosichum's age, let's add the 26 years plus the 35. We'll get the age. And then I spoke to one Quaye, who was Mr. Chum's driver. He's late now.
He's late.
Yes. He was supposed to pick me up from CHM because Mr. Kosichum had gone to CHM to produce a jingle for Joy FM, which I didn't even believe. For at the time, Radio I had tried and it didn't work. So how was this Mr. Chum's one Joy FM thing going to work? I said, one who is down shouldn't fear a fall. I'm already down. Why should I ask these questions? Let me just follow. So I went to CHM to meet one Mr. Chum, and truly it was true that there was a radio station in the making called Joy FM. So one pickup, a grey, was a Mazda. That was our first Joy FM car that took us around. Took me from CHM to Ajangote. There's a small mountain after Ashoman, which was for GBC, that had the transmission room and the set that today you are enjoying here. The original version was at
Ajankote.
So when we go with our Fanti cake, we go with our shito, we go with our sardines and all of that. Because sometimes we stay for days.
You won't find food in that neighborhood either.
So Zab Mallet's jingle that got me the job was Joy, Joy, Joy FM.
I love the station.
No.
No.
The first one was 99.7.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Then I love this station was the second one. Correct. So that was how the Joy FM story started. So I didn't have a car.
Wait, so are you saying that's Zap Mallet's voice? The Joy,
Yes.
Joy?
Yes, that's Zap's voice.
Interesting.
Yes,
Interesting.
that's Zap's voice.
Okay.
So as for Zap, this business is supposed to honor him. In this country, we'll wait for him to die before we come and do some of the things we often do. So if Mr. Chum is listening, Zap Mallet, his soul is in this business.
Yeah, he also made another revelation about Zap Mallet's contribution to Joy FM, making up, the building of Joy FM and all that. As I said, I didn't know Mr. Honourable Mark Okraku Mantey was part of building the multimedia group. And yeah, he kept mentioning Mr. Kwesi Chum, who is the founder and CEO, should I say the founder? I don't know whether he's the CEO, but he's the founder of multimedia group, Adom FM, Joy FM, and Hit FM and all that. And yeah, he claimed that he was there, he supported in building it, and I didn't know that, and I think these are some of the accounts we need to, document or, put it in a film or something. So we know how these places were built and all that, like, a biopic or a documentary or something like that. And I kind of, impressed because, he said something about Zap Mallet. He kept saying Zap Mallet, and giving a lot of, props to him because, he was the man behind, the first jingle of Joy FM. And, he also, entreated, Mr. Kwesi Chum to honor Zap Mallet. Yeah, and these are the things I'm not really young, but I didn't know these things, and these are the things the young cats need to know, and need to know who Zap Mallet is.
You come across us, you are the minister. I am not the minister. I am not. So I am not the one who can take the creative arts industry to a level.
Yeah.
It is Honourable Dr. Mohamed Awa who will do this or that and that and that. I am only there to support and see to it that I can only make input. Thank God you guys are very lucky. He will call me on almost everything to want to have my input.
Yeah.
So I will not run away from the fact that responsibility, we will carry it together. But he, in the leadership and followership concept, he's the owner of the vision, not Mark.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so the conversation shifted from his career, building his career, his history and background and all that, to straight to his political ambition or political achievement. And I got to know that, okay, so basically his commitment to the New Patriotic Party was stemmed out of he being direct or indirect. I think he's direct victim of our late President Rollins' atrocities. According to them. I mean, I don't know which word to use, but his excesses under his regime, the coup d'etat and all that. Anyway, that was just the beginning of it, but he made this point clear that he clarified that he is not a minister. So, I mean, I've seen him go on interviews where people are Ghanaians who know him are trying to, asking questions to be accountable and all that. And he tries as much as possible to be accountable, but he made it clear that he is not a minister. He is just a deputy minister supporting a minister. So the minister is the one with the vision. Yeah, so yeah, he made that clarification, and I think it was it was good because, I mean, it's about time we as the citizens to also need to know the duties of each position, all these things. We just don't have to stand there and criticizing without knowing.
Yeah! We went for a funeral. 1 week celebration of our own brother, Mr. Kwesi Agyemang's mom.
Yeah.
So, at Offenso Dunkwao. Dunkwa, I think Dunkwa on offenso. Yes, I think that's the last town between Central and
I think it's Dunkwa on Offin.
Dunkwa on Offin. Correct,
Yeah.
that's the name.
Yeah.
Dunkwa on Offin.
Yeah.
Yes. And then my minister, Dr. Mohammed Awa again. You know he's Muslim, so he doesn't understand why we should do 1 week. We should do so. He kept asking questions. So after this, are we going to come back? I said yes. He said, so we'll come back for which one? I said the main funeral. So is the body here today? I said no.
So why are we here?
So you know, businessmen.
Yeah.
Because he's
looking at the numbers.
Background. He saw the numbers.
Yeah.
So look at the cars here.
Yeah.
The fuel. This one we have to do funeral tourism.
Exactly.
Then I said, boss, you're making sense. He says, yes. Funeral tourism. So yeah, when they come, what are the sites around? So Akwesi started giving us all the names. Okay, good. So let's assume that it was, excuse me to say, Chika Semwokan say Bonim Kwechiri. Some big man's funeral. I went for something his mom funeral.
Yeah.
And I saw the number of people that funeral took to Kumasi.
The city was on lockdown.
Not just the city, the world was watching.
Yeah. And I saw the culture display, the regalia, that and number of circumstances you won't see.
And
all of that.
the juju the people from the voter came to do. You saw the thing that was spinning.
I didn't see that one.
Philip, you didn't see it. Oh, they put some small chicken in some raffia and the thing started spinning. You both didn't see it.
No.
Oh. You didn't see it.
Oh, no, I saw it.
No, he was hallucinating.
No, I wasn't.
It was actually a very topical conversation on social media. Yeah,
so that's a tourism material.
Yes. Yes. Oh, the water region is
again,
plenty.
whenever I'm in Kumasi for a program or project, I see that most of the people who exit from their rooms are in black. Over the weekend.
Yeah.
When you go to Tulip, you see that. When you go to Golden Bean, you see that.
Yeah.
So it means that it's actually funerals that bring a lot of the people to the side of the country.
Yeah.
Another area too is marriage.
You need to even add that in Kumasi, there was a major event supplier who actually built his business
on funerals.
Owner services, yeah.
The late owner.
Yeah.
Built it on funerals.
So we started the Jojo and the brainstorming. And almost everybody in the ministry agrees with us that it will sell if we say that Adansi Travel and Tour. We are going there's a big funeral in Kumasi. Is it possible that on the Sunday you could also organize people to go through Lake Busumche and the other places that under circumstances these people will never go as a tourism material?
Yeah.
When COVID visited, we noticed that our tourism had always dwelled on international. Year of return, beyond the return. We're not looking at domestic. And so it is only prudent that we look at the internal one too, so that on a bad day, in another day, we can give our tourism business a different face, so they survive, so they don't die. That's the whole concept.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The second thing was...
And sorry.
So, okay.
We must make Ghanaians understand that tourism is not, let's go to this place and see a particular thing that we all know. Tourism is anything that you can do to attract people to move from one place to another place. Period.
Yeah.
So it can be something that you think is not tasteful. I'm not saying people should die. I'm not saying. I know people are thinking. I am thinking people should die.
Those were some of the comments.
No,
I see some comment that says, "Whose father should die for you to go?"
No, exactly.
You know, but death is inevitable. I don't create it. No one creates them. We don't have control over.
Otherwise, there will be no funeral homes.
Correct.
There will be no coffin makers.
But Honourable and Uncle Ken, I think Honourable is spot on that point, because I remember.
Yeah, I mean, during the conversation, he talked about the governmental projects that are being made just to foster tourism and other creative arts programs. And he talked about the Marine Drive project. He talked about One Way Museum. He talked about the Yasatwa Museum. He talked about a lot of things. And I think that should have also been the center of the conversation by bloggers, but I mean, many bloggers, or should I say even bloggers everywhere, once it's not headline, so I mean they will say things that will draw traffic and people too wouldn't read a blog and be saying things. So I think I don't know whether it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, he said that they should create, or they should make funnels a tourism tool, and people held at him saying that he wishes people to die and all that, and people actually saying that he wishes he's trying to make profit out of dead SARS state and all that, and he clarified that statement. I mean, basically, according to him, he said that he went to a 1 week celebration with the Honourable Minister, and the conversation came up, and he brought that idea. And personally, like thinking about it, I think it's a good idea. If they could make money out of it, it would be a good idea. Making a food matter, of course, it looks like Ghanaians are really they like going to food and all that, so you could make a package out of it so that when you from the funeral, like you before going to the funeral, you go and look at these places, beautiful places and tourist sites of these rural areas before you go to the funeral. And I mean, I think it was actually a great concept when after the COVID, I don't know whether the Ministry of Art and Culture and Tourism and Creative Arts and all that. I think that they are trying to make a conscious effort to promote domestic tourism, which I think is also a good thing. Because me personally, I like traveling, but I don't have the chance. So if things like that happen, I mean, it would help me, take opportunities and travel and explore other stuff.
Hip Life, we decided that GBC won't show the videos. So what do? Let's work together. It's not about money. The event organizers put the events together for us. Let's come and perform. We use the platform as promotional grounds. And after 2-3 years, Joy FM that never used to play Hip Life started doing charts for Hip Life.
Megahertz.
Yes.
And he made a very surprising revelation. Actually, I don't think it's surprising because, I mean, at first, I made this, I don't know whether in my past videos I talked about Robert Greene's lecture where he said that every era has 4 generations, the first 2 clamping down the last 2. Yeah, so basically, when Hip Life was invented, people were trying to, make Hip Life a marketable tool and all that. TV stations didn't want to play videos, Hip Life videos, and they had to find ways to do it themselves. And after that, after making it marketable, Joy FM, who were playing Hip Life songs, had to play the chart for Hip Life, and they had to pick it up. So basically, I'm not saying that we should be rebellious or anything like that, but if we have a product and we are marketing the product and the product is having different barriers, we should find creative means to market it. And that's what they did. They marketed the Hip Life through events and event promotion and all that. Like the same way Sam marketed his brands through Bluetooth and MP3 transfer and all that. Anyway, it's just by the way. So basically, that was a gem. I personally think that I would learn something from that statement he made. And I think the conversation was about that. It was a lengthy conversation, and I'm not sure it could have cleared all, but that's what piqued my interest. The name is ADB, and I'm out.
Another one.
Yeah, this is a bonus and quick one. So, he's the first ever Ghanaian that I've heard mention Dubois right. Cause, way back, I hear people in Ghana calling the place Dubois Center. If you're wondering, it's in relation to a statement he made that the government have signed a deal with in the USA to renovate the place, the Dubois Center, what we call it, which is Dubois Center. Yeah. So basically, they have plans to make the place a very ultra-modern place. So yeah, there's just something little I want to say, and yeah, let you know that the place is Dubois, not Dubois.